All right, so we have several good stocks to watch this morning. SIDU is the one that I think has a lot of potential, but if I'm being real, it's pulling back a little weird pre-market. So I'm going to be watching TBLT at open. TBLT, there's no particular pattern I see so far. I mean, maybe like a flag here, like a triangle in a way. Let me go ahead and draw this out. You got that there on the 5 minute, and you also got it here on the 1 minute in a way. I'll just draw it back here, something like this. You got it, I guess, like a wedge, or a symmetrical triangle formation here. Like, let me see. I drew out its resistance levels. It has room for the daily, but the daily yesterday rejected. So once we break that level, we have room up to 570, and if it breaks above 570, then we have room all the way basically up to here, which is 660. So I think this one has the most potential right now. I'll probably buy a dip at VWAP here for the next 5 minute high to break. We'll take small size to start. So I bought in there at 96. Looking for the break of 505. Oh my god, my keys. My keys to sell. I forgot. Oh my gosh. I might have just screwed myself here. So there. Oh my gosh. That was so bad. Where did I actually get filled at 596? 496. So it did meet my first resistance level, which was 505, and that's where my target was. So 300 shares. I didn't get filled at 499. It was at 96. So about 10 cents. Minus 3 cents in commission. That's what it's gonna be. That's my new target, I think, is just do scalps or quick trades for 10 cents. If I can make quick trades for 10 cents with 1,000 shares every time, right? That's well, minus commission. It's almost $100 every single time. And if I can continuously do that, then we're pretty solid. So let's see if we can get another dip here to 505. I'll go ahead and take 1,000 share entry. Maybe we'll even bump it up a little bit. So I should have taken that low there. So now it's pulling back a little too much on this 1 minute candle. Let's see if we get some sideways consolidation in this range that I have here. So this would have been a good entry. I just didn't take it. I should have taken that low there, and I know I should have. Look at that. Wow, what a massive rip there. So let's see if it can hold this low. 16. So broke the high already. I'm gonna have to wait for a pullback on this candle. Couple candles of consolidation, maybe. We'll go ahead and see what this wants to do. Not gonna buy this low just yet. This one's pulling back a lot now. Next 1 minute's gonna open. We'll wait for it to pull back a second time. It's finishing low. Not gonna buy in just yet. So you can see every time it drops, it's getting bought up. I could buy in here because I think it's gonna rip. But I still want to see it pull back. Break its last low. I would prefer to see it pull back and break its last low. But no, it's ripping without me here. Double top. We're gonna break that high, 540. So we're starting to see it bottom out here at this level now. This is a new resistance level here. Low here is 25, so that was a missed opportunity there. I wanted to see it pull back twice. That would have been the move. So we got our first pullback, and now we're getting our second leg up. See if we can break through 50 if I can buy a pullback here. Bought in 1,000 shares there at 40, looking for the break of 50. Big seller at 50, so we're going to try and see if this breaks 45. Sold there at 47 because I seen a huge seller stacked at 50. I wanted to make sure I got filled, so I undersold myself there. So 1 cent break, 2 cent break. So really it was a 30 cent winner. I mean a 3 cent winner, but $30 because of $3 commission. So now we're seeing it struggle at the highs here. So SID is rejecting massively here. If SIDU held the high, that would have looked really good, but no. TBLT. We'll keep watching TBLT. This is the one to watch, I'd say. So the 5 minute just opened. We still have another 5 minutes for the next 10-minute opens, but we'll wait for some sideways consolidation. We know that this level here is our next support line, basically. We could buy the dip. It's gonna be at around 25. And I'll take smaller share size when I do buy this dip. Take smaller share size just because if it keeps dropping, I can average into it and put 1,000 in. But we need to make sure that this breaks this low here before I decide to average. I could buy in here at 38. I'm gonna wait it out though. Probably gonna be a mistake if I keep waiting it out, but it's 42 now. So it broke its high, but is it gonna hold? Because we are running into resistance there at 42 flat. Let's see, are we gonna get a rejection here? It's 45. I want to see it pull back a little more to 28, but well, I guess this was a good entry to get in on. I just didn't want to take it. Break of 52 is the last 1 minute high. We could get in here for this next push. So 42 is the level to buy. Huge seller there at 50. Not breaking quite yet. There it is. So I can get long at 50 there. Quick scalp, but that would have been really quick. So all the way down to 43. Broke the 5 minute high. Only pushed the 10-minute high further. So now we're back to 40. Could have bought that dip there too. So now we're gonna move our levels up here. We're gonna move blue to this level. We're gonna move orange to this level. We're gonna move red up to this level. So now we're in this little window here. We'll move red a little higher, actually. We'll move it up here. So this is like our safe zone to buy in a way. The bottom of this candle, we'll put green here. We'll get rid of this little trend line. So green is a buying area. Super late on my fill. So there's 500 shares there at 34. Not the best buy-in opportunity because now it's not really popping. It's 37. See if we can get this back up. If it doesn't, that's okay. I took small size so we can average into it. 28 is my buying area. So let's see if it can bottom out here. I'll add at 28. And then if it just doesn't do it, then screw it. So I could have averaged there, but I decided to keep holding just in case if we had a nasty flush. 5 minute looks terrible now, but the next 10 minutes gonna open. So we'll see what this next 10 minute wants to do. If anything, what I think is gonna happen is this next 5 minutes gonna finish low. I mean, this 5 minutes gonna finish low, and then the 5 minute low is gonna break and then snap back up. That's what I'm assuming is gonna happen. It's just the only risk I'm running is that it pulled back quite a bit already, and the 1 minute MACD is coming to a close here, which I don't want to see. 28 is a big support level, and it's gonna break right here. Is what it looks like. It's trying to break, having a hard time. Let's see if this 5 minute low breaks and snaps back up. If it doesn't snap back up, then we're screwed. It's 29. It's 31. Okay, here's a push higher. I'm gonna get rid of it there at 32. So 2 cent loss on that one. Where was I really filled at? 34, yeah, so 2 cent loss in this one. So again, the good thing I took small size. I could have averaged in at the bottom here of 24 and possibly went green on it, but not the right time to buy. We could get in again though, because it is holding up. The only risk I'm running is that MACD. So I got in a little late there, pretty high at 32. See if we can get the last 1 minute high to break. If not, I'm about to stop out. If it breaks 28 again, I'm about to stop out. My target would be 36 first. It's 32. Can we see 33 and then a break above? Not quite. $32. Nope, it's 28. Sold it there for a loss. So now this one's done. Actually, it's not done unless it keeps breaking its low and then hits view up here and then just flushes below view up. It's because the 1 minute MACD is coming to a close here. It's just not looking so good. It's held this low twice though. That's a cool thing, but at the same time, like, it's not showing that strength. So 2 losers back to back on this one already. 2 successful trades in the beginning, but I literally just gave it back on these losses here, which is so annoying. Like, I only gave it back already. I'm pretty sure because of the commission. Hold up, did I really sell that at 24? No, I sold it at 26. I was gonna say there's no way I sold that at 24. So that's the push I was basically looking for on this candle, but that's kind of annoying to see. Like, I'm in 2 candles too early, basically. See if it pulls back to 32. I'll take an entry at 32. Double top here at 42. There it finally broke to 43. See, because I went for a scalp on that at 40, and it would have worked out right now 5 cents. But initially, when it did break, it went to 43, and that was it. That's literally just my commission. So next 5 minute will open here pretty soon. If it comes to 32, I'm in. Buying off my support line. If not, I'm about to buy here at 40. 40 is my next level of support before we hit 50. 46 now. Can you get 40? Can I get in on an early entry? Could have gotten at 43 there. Not happy with it though. Like, not moving a lot, not doing a whole lot. So now our buyers are breaking lower. Could buy the low of 32 if it breaks down to 32 here. Not quite. We're gonna break 39. Buying there at 43. Looking for the high to break here. I kind of chase this one if I'm being real, but the next 5-minute high is gonna looks like it wants to break here. I don't want to get in too late and wait for my perfect entry on it. So let's say this pulls back a little more. I only took 500 shares so we can get in if it breaks 39, get in at 32. So where am I in at? I'm in at 43. Target would be about 50, 53. 44, can we see 45? Next 1 minute is gonna open here. We are bottoming out here for the most part at 40. So it's hit 44, I don't know how many times. They have a lot of sellers stacked at 49. There's 38. You can average in. Why did I miss my opportunity to add there? It's okay. 44, 45. 7, can we see 49? Immediate rejection there. Adding there at 32. See a pop here. Nope, not quite. I'm not liking how it's not picking up at all here. That's kind of annoying, kind of nasty. It is off my support, but probably not the best to buy on a dip. Nope, seller stacked there. I'm gonna get rid of it. That's a big loss there. So false break. I could have got rid of it at 47, but now we're seeing trouble here trying to break its highs. A double top there on the 5-minute. I can't recognize this pattern right now. If anything, I have to wait for this triangle to set up in a way because it's barely forming. So we'll delete these trend lines here because it's not respecting that one. This is a big area of resistance, and we'll just wait for this triangle to set up. I guess could buy the low here, but Jesus, man, it's rejected on me twice already. This one's getting real tough to trade now. So I definitely stopped out with the loss on this one, like bad. That was a huge loss. Oh wait, SIDU is forming here. Broke its 5-minute high. If anything, I'll wait for its 10-minute formation. I'm not gonna chase this one either. APRN. I also have this other one on watch, AEHR, I think. Yeah, I had AEHR on watch, but let's go back to TBLT. So this one's getting even more difficult to trade as time passes here. Getting kind of frustrating. It's kind of flagging here, bear flagging away. Let's see if it even holds. If not, if it breaks this low of 25, then that's kind of it. I'm not gonna look at the stock anymore. Not until it comes all the way back up to like 540 or some shit. But like right now, it's just not. It's just showing all this weakness. Volume's decreasing bad. This would have to break its 5-minute low, I think. So 5-minute low is 28 here, so it had to break below 28, maybe touch view up, but spike all the way back up to where it's at now, 34, 35. And then we can see a reversal and break through this high. But the big area of resistance is going to be here first. So basically 45. So there it broke its high. Go buy support around 40. We'll try it again. But again, I'm really pushing my luck here if I'm buying at 40. This is already getting pretty high. 45 is basically the next spot we need to break. So I'd be really pushing it. It's 48. You can see there's a huge seller there. 50, same thing. We are getting the same triangle formation we've been seeing these past couple days though, where it does just immediately rip. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll buy around 40 in this next 1-minute candle. See right there, just broke through 45. I don't want to buy in like that. I don't want to buy in there. I want to wait for this. I might just have, yeah, I missed it. There it is. I didn't want to buy in so quick on that little rip there. I should have bought it on the candle prior, but I really didn't want to buy in right there on an immediate rip. I wanted a little pullback, but obviously I missed this entire move now. So like I said, we see the same triangle formation that we've been seeing. And look at that nasty rejection. That's so disgusting, dude. That's a massive false break. So, damn. Sucks that I couldn't get in there. I could have. I'm lying. I could have. I should have taken on the candle prior. I wanted this candle to pull back. I wanted to buy around 42. I only saw 44, and then when it opened, let me see. This opened at 45. Seen 45, 46, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna miss it, like for sure. Once it broke 46, I was like, I'm gonna miss it. The next thing you know, it rips all the way to 60, and that was it for me. So missed a huge opportunity on that one. It's so annoying. Really unfortunate, but SIDU is bottoming out here, kinda. See if we can swap stocks. Go to SIDU here. We do have minor support there. We do have heavy support at view up though. Just broke its 5-minute low is what it looks like. Hitting our minor support level here. 1-minute MACD is crossing. So let's see. I'll have 500 shares starter on this one if we can. It's probably not a good buy if I'm being real. This would have to show strength and pop back up to 80. Here's 80, but I'm in like 85, I guess. So this one, we already see that the dips are being bought up as well. We're coming up to 85 now, so there's 85. So this one's showing some strength on its 5 minute. Next 5 minute does open here, so if anything, I'll buy on that minor pullback level that we have. Immediate rip all the way back up to the top here. See if I can get in on a micro pullback. This next 1 minute. It's just gonna go without me. Well, I guess it just went without me. I'm not gonna chase it up here. So 97, seller stacked at 5. I'm not gonna chase it. Should have bought the dip on the last one, but I didn't expect such a massive rip on it. Broke its 10-minute high already. There's no point in buying the dip at this point. Broke all of its highs. So I kind of expected this to happen anyways, just because of TBLT. I mean, it just did it. It literally just did this move on TBLT. It spikes all the way up off its low, and then it rejected massively. This one didn't reject massively, but obviously it can hold above 5. So now we're just kind of like floating around here. So if this can hold this level though, I mean, that'll look really good. See if we break its last 1 minute low. 87. I'm taking an entry here at 94. Bought it a little too high, I'd say. But I do like its next 1 minute to break its high. I'm only expecting a false break though, so I'm going to try and sell immediately. So we need to break 94, hit 95, and then start ripping through 95. It's 95. Selling there at 98. Well, there, now I'm filled. Basically a double top at 5. Just want to get rid of it, make sure that I have time to get rid of it. So that wasn't really shit of a trade. 4 cents, 3 cents go to commission. I really make 1 cent, which is like $5. So not shit. So double top there at 49, got rid of it at 48. Making sure I got filled on it. Slowing down, stock slowing down. MACD's about to cross here. Let's go back to TBLT, see if this recovered. Nope, this one's done. So I'm not gonna bother with TBLT anymore. We tried it. Again, I should have taken my entry here on the previous candle at 40. That was a perfect rip. I could have even taken it here for the breakout, but I didn't take it for whatever reason. So another bad trade here. I wish I would have taken. I mean, I could have held if I'm being real. Could have held, but it was already breaking my support line twice. So I was like, what's the point of holding? Just asking for a loss. And then boom, next candle, literally after I just sold, rips all the way to the highs here. The exact breakout I was looking for off the lows. So buying the lows now is getting a little tricky too. We gotta find out what's working, because we know that these stocks have been really trash though. Like SIDU, it's been choppy. TBLT, I mean, I think it was a winner on it several times when we were trading it. I think I was trading TBLT, but oh man, just the rejections it had today, choppiness it had today, like I lost basically 4 times on it thanks to commission. So sheesh, 2 winners and then 2 losers, but I don't know, 3 losers really. And this was a big loss down here. This is a huge one. That definitely put me red today. So if it wasn't for this choppiness in this area, or the bad false break that I had, like I even bought the dip around my support, but there was no bounce to it. Like there was no bounce to it. So that was just a bad buy. Should have sold. Should have got rid of it as soon as it had a false break like that. But instead, I bought the dip there. Try to average in. Took small size, so I guess it's a good thing I took small size, but didn't help. I still stopped out with a loss there. A big loss too. So SID is kind of flagging here. I don't really trust it. If anything, I'd go for its last 10-minute higher break. 10-minute high here, it's 504, but this would have to come up to 95 on this candle for me to feel interested for a spike. See what it wants to do. We'll take a starter here at 92. Getting a little too high probably, but we'll take a starter there. I have a little more faith in this one that it can come up after we'd seen this massive rejection. And I know it's flagging here, so it's probably a big mistake. I'm going to stop out at this last 1 minute low. There, broke its low. That's it for me. So I'm done for today. I'm going to wrap it up here. With a $114 loss, if it wasn't for SIDU, I would have had a little less than that, about 80 bucks. Like I said, I don't think that was the trade to take. I was giving it the benefit of the doubt there, seeing if 92 could break its high, but as soon as I'd seen the sellers stack at 92, I was like, no, it's probably done. It was at like 1,000, and then I'd seen it jump to 7,000, and I was like, oh, great. Like, that's kind of it. So as soon as I'd seen that, that was kind of it for me. But it is bouncing here, which I'm finding extremely surprising that it's bouncing here. I don't see any particular pattern in the 1 minute. I don't see it in the 5 minute either. I don't know. It did break its 5 minute low, so I could take another trade on it in an attempt to break this level here of 490 and then break through to 5 again. We could see a retest, maybe. But I think I'm putting too much confidence in this stock when it doesn't have it. So well, I mean, look at it now. It's not, now it's bottoming out here. I don't know. I already said I'm done. I'm not gonna be trading anymore. I already said I'm done. Olma is another one that hit the scans, but I didn't really care for this one if I'm being honest. This one's just like whatever. Now it's back. Now it's above UL, but the 5 and 10 minute just don't look good at all. TBLT. Let's see where this one's at. This one's curling, but after all those false breaks, after all those rejections, I honestly don't care for this one. It is forming like a sort of cup here. So if we do see a massive rip, you know, off this cup formation and we see a handle, then yeah, this can definitely shoot back. But I'm almost for sure if this does shoot all the way back up to 560, I can almost guarantee we're gonna have another false break. Based on this high red volume here, like, and knowing how choppy it is at this 550 level already, you know, there is a lot of strength to it that came in, but there was a lot more red volume that came in compared to green, obviously with that massive rejection. So I am more than sure we'll get another false break if we do reach those highs once more. So it'd be a little risky. I don't know. I don't really care for this one anymore. It's kind of done. The choppiness, it put me red. Obviously it was my fault. I can't say that stock did it right. But I should have been watching these trends here. I didn't recognize them fast enough. But I did feel, since obviously since I had a huge green climb and it was holding my support line here, that it could break, which it did. It did break, but it double topped at 47, which I wasn't expecting. I was expecting a break up to 49 because I got in at 43. I wanted 49 or 53 in this area here and then sell. I probably would have sold at 49 for the break of 50 just because I thought if it broke 50, then we would false break. But we false braked at a double top on this last 1 minute, which was to me just totally unexpected. I didn't even realize it. I should have got rid of it at 47. I knew it too, and I decided to hold. Bought the dip, popped up to 36. I didn't want to undersell it, but I ended up selling for an even bigger loss at 31. So I still sold with a loss regardless. Um, Man, this was a tough stock today. And then I missed these two massive moves here. I was just, like I said, this one in a candle too early. I didn't want to keep buying, and chasing it, so I didn't buy it. This was the move to make for sure. This was like the easiest one to make. I didn't take it. This one right here was also a very easy move to make. I didn't take it. This one as well, I would say. This one wasn't necessarily an easy move to capture, but it did get into my support level here, which I didn't, like I said, I didn't recognize until after. I had to move all my support levels up after I started seeing what everything was bouncing off of. But the beginning, this first initial move here, I should have taken that entry. Like I actually should have taken this entry here because that was a big rip, basically from 505 all the way to what 530. But it was chopping around for a while here before it actually had that last couple second rip. So I don't know, hard to say, really hard to say. But I know this trade was super obvious. I didn't take it. It was just in a candle too early. This candle as well should have just chased it, I guess, because it worked out just how I wanted to. I recognized the pattern. I saw what it was gonna do, and I didn't take it, even if it was chasing it. I should have gotten on the candle prior. I just felt like it was gonna have a micro pullback to 40, maybe under 40. I could have added into it. I guess it's better to be in than not be in on the trade. But at the same time, if it just flushed on that same candle after this spike up, then I'm screwed. I wanted a retest of its level before we see a massive rip. That's why I don't want to buy in, because usually if you see a move like this, it has the potential to just completely reject, and that's it. It basically did reject, but it spiked all the way up here at 560, so it broke all its highs, which is what I was expecting off this triangle. Based on the last several stocks we've been watching these past couple of days, this formation's been forming like 3 days in a row now, I think. So they formed the triangle and they just have a massive rip with it. So I was just kind of like, shoot, dude, I missed it. Like, it was a big move here I missed, a big move here I missed, and then a big initial move here that I missed as well. So here's TBLT breaking lower now. 5-minute MACD just crossed. 10 minutes about to break its low. Let's check on SIDU. SIDU is also reaching VWAP here. I don't have much confidence in this one either. But okay, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. $114 loss after a $70 winner yesterday. This week has been loss after loss after loss. And initially, like I said, I was green, but I ended up turning red, trying too many moves here. This was just an unnecessary loss. I shouldn't have taken this one anyway, but I decided to take it anyway. So glad I'm not down 300, 400 like the other days. I'm lowering my losses here. AEHR is actually hitting the scans. So nice on AEHR. Still light on volume, so I wouldn't take it. TRHC. Okay. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm not as red as the other days. But I should have a new cutoff, like about $100. Just if I'm taking 1,000 shares and we see a massive rejection, like TBLT or something, I mean, I'm basically done in one trade. So that's why it's kind of hard to say where my stop loss is. Usually I have it at 150, but it sucks because I have a stop loss at 150. Like my max stop loss for the day is 150. But I'm not even making over $100 when I'm trading. Like yesterday, I made $70. Woohoo! Like, I'm not making anything. All my fees are on commission. Like, like right here, I'm only down $36. Realistically, right? Like unrealized. But every trade's $10, so $80. 8 different trades today. $80 is what I'm down because of commission. Like, the only way to combat it is with large share sizes, and it has to be above 3 cents every single trade. As soon as I enter, I'm down 3 cents immediately, not including the spreads. So I have to be above 3 cents to break even, uh, or be profitable. So 4 cents I'm profitable, but barely. So on 1,000 shares, I'd be profitable by like $10. You know, it kind of sucks, or maybe $20, whatever. But you know, 3 cents is the level I have to break. So if I'm going for 10-cent scalps here, really I should be going for 13, because all I'm gonna get out of it is about 70-80 bucks, like with 1,000 shares. If I do that, I don't know how many times in a row, 10 times in a row, I'm only making $700, like maybe 750, 800. But that's all I'm making. I'm not making 1,000. If I keep doing 10-cent scalps, like 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, it's only, you know, seven cents really is what I'm profiting on it. So I don't know. Hard to say. SIDU popping up here. Could go for the next 5-minute high break. I do like how it's bottoming out here for the most part. See if it wants to do it here. Next 10 minutes gonna open. 10-minute high is right here. 89. 2-cent spread. It's a tricky trade. Back to 82. 4-cent spread now. 3 cents. $88. A lot of sellers just racked up there at 88. I have my hand on the trigger right now, but is there something forming here that I just don't see? So there's specific reasons rejecting here and I'm breaking through. Coming back up again, 88, 86. Could get in here at 88. I don't want to buy in so high for the break. Once it breaks 88, 89, then this can potentially shoot back up. I would only give it 5 cents though. 95. So rejection here, back to 82. I would only give it to 80, 95. I don't think it's ready yet. Huge support at 80 there. I wonder if it's going to come down to 80 and then break that support. That'd be pretty bad. Back to 86. 85. 88 again. I don't know how much resistance it's having here at 88, 89. Like it should be breaking out already. I feel like it's gonna be a false break if anything, because it's just so choppy in this little range. If anything, I can buy a dip on it if it does false break, depending on how bad of a false break it is. If it hits our support at 480, I could buy that dip if it gets bought up. We are seeing these micro buys though, like it is getting bought up as soon as it dips to 84, 82, it is getting bought up back to 88, so it's continuously like getting bought up. But if it breaks 480, if it doesn't break 480, I would say that's the time to get in. Now this 1 minute just finished low here. Taking a little while to open, 3 seconds to open. It's 83, 81, we're gonna break 80. Support there at 80. Didn't quite break. See if it's retested here. There's 80. So 80 again. 84 on the S though. It's a 4-cent spread. Like, I would be buying him pretty high. 82. There's 480, and there's the break. Damn. So, like I said, it just wasn't ready to break in this level. I didn't feel confident. It should have broke on this candle, really. But if you really zoom out, it could have been looked at as a flag here. This could have been a bear flag, just a really extended one. So you have the first leg down, and then here's the flag. So good thing I didn't take any entries on this one. If not as like an ascending wedge, right? So we get that wedge here, and then we finally get that break lower. So too bad it wasn't easy to borrow. I would have taken the short as soon as I'd seen this 1 minute finish low like that. I was like, nah, it's not gonna go. I had a little struggle breaking 480 there, but once I'd seen that 480 level clear, I was like, this thing's going. So not even gonna buy it off my support line anymore. I mean, really, I should readjust it down here. But not worth it. This is all we've been seeing. The dip buys aren't working today. It's getting pretty difficult. I mean, they are working, but like, you have to be in at the right time. Like, I was in too early. It's just it's hard to buy the dip. In the beginning, they were working. Like, this dip worked out perfectly. It wasn't even a dip, actually. It was the break. It was a scalp. This was a scalp trade. That worked out fine. Dip buy here didn't work. Dip buy here off the low didn't work. It really did work, honestly. But I didn't analyze the stock fast enough to get in, and then I also wasn't really paying attention. I didn't want to buy in, chase it at its lows here after I already tried 2 different times. I didn't feel like getting in a third time just to revenge trade and get that last move in. I could have, but no. And then again here, bought the dip on this one and just kept chopping around. But no, if you look at these scalps, this scalp worked. You know, this scalp could have worked. This scalp did work. This scalp could have worked. So today I failed to recognize it's not a dip day, I guess. It was a scalp kind of day. But the choppiness of these scalps, like I had mentioned earlier, there was a couple times in which it would break. For example, here, this scalp wouldn't have worked. This broke and it hit like, I don't know, 43, 45 after this high of 43, 45 or 43. So it had like a 2-cent high break. This one had what? I got it at 43. I got it at 40 and it hit 47. So that would have worked, but I didn't sell 47. It was too choppy. 47, then all the way back down to 32. So it's kind of hard to say if the scalps really would have worked because there was areas in which it wouldn't have. Like it was too choppy for it to work out immediately. Like it would have worked on this candle here, this green one, but then this next one it broke real quick and then flushed. So it's kind of like that scalp wouldn't have worked, you know. And technically I would have been buying in at the lows here, so that could have been like a dip trade, but I don't know. It's really hard to say. I'm gonna have to go back and see what's wrong or see what I did wrong and really double check on you know what's going on today with these 2 stocks, SIDU and TBLT. SIDU, I mean, I didn't really trade this one, so it's not a big deal for me. But TBLT, I mean, I was missing out all day. So SIDU, I mean, this wasn't too obvious, but it was kind of like, okay, it's coming back up to its resistance level, and it's tapped it I don't know how many times. It's obviously chopping around. So knowing that it just didn't rip on this last candle here or any of these 2 candles, you know, knowing it didn't just rip there, then I mean that's kind of obvious it was going to go back to the downside. Like it was wedging here and I didn't expect it to do much, especially with the way this 1 minute candle finished. If you had shorts on this, congratulations. I was like, I would say a really good, I would have taken a short. If this was easy to borrow, I would have taken a short because of just the way these last couple candles formed here. That would have been an amazing short entry. Obvious one too. But oh well, I didn't take it. So TBLT. And that's it. So okay. gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with these dip buys as well as scalps. And then also, like I said, it's a good thing I'm not taking such massive losses, but I am taking a couple unnecessary losses. Like this one was unnecessary. I should have just cut it at the low. And then the last one I took on SIDU. So like I said, this was a $36 loss here that I didn't have to take. So really I was down probably like 80 bucks, but I decided to take that last trade. So, oh well. TBLT is breaking lower here finally. Also kind of flagging here or wedging. I don't know, but commission is killing me. So I gotta really watch out with these commission levels because each active trade I'm in on, you know, it's just if my fees are $100 and I'm up $100, I'm break even. So it doesn't even matter if I make 200. You know, if I make 200 and I'm up, I have $100 in fees. All it's gonna take is a 10-cent loss with 1,000 shares for me to go red. You know, I'm down $100 at that point, or not red, but I'll be break even. So it doesn't matter how much I'm up. You know, if the fees are racking up, all it takes is a small loss for all the fees to just kill my account. So I gotta find a balance there. I gotta find out how I'm gonna do it. It has to be large cent trades, basically, is what I have to go for, versus versus per trade. So in this example here, if I took 1,000 shares at the bottom here, 530, sold it at 560, unrealistic. But let's say I did that, 30 cents, that's $300, and I would only have about a $30 commission. So I mean, that would be the way to do it. But finding those trades, like, they're far and in between, I'd say. Like, especially in this kind of market right now. I could have taken it initially here. I decided to take small share size. So I had a good starter, but you know, if I took 1,000 shares here, that would have been a perfect trade. You know, 10 cents, that would have been cool. But really this whole ride here was like 40 cents. So anyway, enough rambling. I'll see you all tomorrow.